Coming up in SVG-TV News and Sports at 7 p.m. Kingstown Fisheries Complex renovation on track for September completion. OECS finance ministers reaffirm commitment to safeguard EC dollar stability. China unveils humanoid AI companion robots to ease loneliness. And in sports, Lennox stars with 5 wickets as New Zealand level ODI series against West Indies. These and other stories coming up in SVG-TV News and Sports at 7.
Good evening and welcome to SVG-TV News and Sports for Tuesday, July 14, 2026. I am Rochelle Batiste with the details. Renovation work on the mold-infested Kingstown Fisheries Complex is continuing, with the facility expected to be completed and ready for occupancy by Ministry of Fisheries staff in early September. Minister of Fisheries Conroy Huggins toured the complex today to assess the progress of work being carried out by R&K Construction. He said the rehabilitation project is costing approximately EC $580,000.
As it relates to the towers, all 6 towers are going to be well, they are already being renovated. The guys have already changed out 4, and the other 2 on the fisheries building are going to be changed out. These 4 cover the fish market, and the 2 on this side, they cover the offices. So here we are bringing solution. But I must let you know, right? I mean, this project, we are looking to complete it within 6 weeks. I told you guys, I mean, even if you take an additional week or so, it's not bad, but they are prepared to bring it in within 6 weeks. The cost for all of this work is estimated at $580,000 EC dollars, with all of the roof renovations, the equipment change out, furniture and all of that.
Minister Huggins said the building must undergo thorough treatment to ensure all traces of mold are removed before staff return to the facility.
The change out of the galvanized to the towers and the whole refurbishment of that will now mitigate against this problem. Before the staff return, well, even before they put in all of the ceiling tiles, we will have just the roof treated again for mold before the staff actually return. So it's quite a lot that is taking place in fisheries. Quite a lot is taking place. I mean, this is our headquarters, and after 7 months in office, we are all crammed in 5 different locations at the Ministry of Agriculture. We need to give them their space, and we are here now looking forward within the next 4-5 weeks to have our staff return here. And I'm certain you're going to be hearing some great stuff coming out from fisheries.
Approximately 32 employees from the Ministry of Fisheries are expected to relocate to the refurbished building. The minister said staff are currently operating under less than ideal conditions, but have continued to carry out their duties.
I could start with me. And I've said this several times. I am literally seated in the Minister of Agriculture's Secretary's office. So it means that the Minister's Secretary is not in her office, she is sitting in the Minister's office. That is the reality. At the Ministry of Agriculture right now, my staff, the fisheries staff, we are in 5 different locations, and we are all crammed. So the situation as it stands now, we actually have staff on a rotational basis, where some persons, they have a shift system where within the week, persons have at least a day that they work from home, because we cannot contain everybody at the same time.
And manager of R&K Construction, Roy Lane, said the project remains on schedule for completion in September this year, adding that no major challenges are anticipated.
Well, because, well, with the inside, so I don't think rain will affect us, because we don't do all the outside work, so presently now we are inside. So the timeline, we're definitely working at that. Yeah, we came here and Inside it was like in a mess. All the ceiling, drop down, wet down, spat up, all sorts of things. So we took them down and get the police people move all them other stuff that was inside. And then I promised the minister that when we finish with here, we gotta get a new building, because this building opened 26 years ago. Yeah. When I finished school, I came here and worked in the same building here. All those louvers and frames and so on, I did them after finishing school. And I've been happy to come back here now again, to change it back again into a new look.
Renovation work is also underway at 4 other fisheries complexes across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And fish landings in St. Vincent and the Grenadines increased by 7% in volume during the first quarter of this year, with the value of catches rising by approximately $2.7 million compared to the same period in 2025. Preliminary data from the Ministry of Fisheries show that an estimated 432,320 pounds of fish were landed during the period, valued at approximately $3.89 million. This compares with 404,000 pounds of fish valued at $2.7 million during the first quarter of 2025. However, earnings from lobster sales declined significantly, falling from $314,000 in 2025 to $230,000 in 2026. The data also show increases in landings of several high-value species, including yellowfin tuna, which rose by 73.3%, barracuda by 7%, robin by 83.5%, and conch by 5%. Despite these gains, declines were recorded in some major species. Dolphin fish landings decreased by 34.7%, while lobster saw a significant decline of 77.3%. Kingfish and jacks recorded smaller decreases of 2.4% and less than 2%, respectively. Meanwhile, Minister of Fisheries Conroy Huggins attributed the increase in fish landings to the acquisition of 3 new fishing vessels by local fishermen.
We have to be able to go deeper, we have to be able to go further and spend more time. So as a result of that, we have initiated this long line tuna initiative where we are encouraging investors to come in, invest in the industry, and we have seen that. We made that call early in December, January, well, especially when I did the budget presentation. And since then, 3 investors, local fishers, 1 from the diaspora, have already purchased vessels, 40 to 60 feet vessels. And 2 of those vessels are already in operation as of late June. So as we speak right now, we have already increased the landing of fish as of today. Fish landing has increased.
The minister also highlighted the consistent high volume of tuna landings as a contributing factor.
Boat contender, that is for one of our fishers in Beckway. It's landed this week or late last week, with a catch of over 66 yellowfin tunas. When they did their first voyage in June, late June, they brought in 49 yellowfin tunas, ranging from 70 to 140 pounds thereabouts. So, I mean, immediately we are seeing all of that. But keep in mind, our infrastructure, as we speak, is not fully up to standard for where we want to go. So during the course of the rest of this year, the next 2 years, we are anticipating this whole infrastructure restoration, renovation throughout the country, because we're touching everywhere the fishery centers are. And we'll definitely see an increase in fishing.
Officials say the decline in some fish catches may be linked to factors including climate change, shifting ocean currents, rising sea temperatures, severe hurricanes, habitat destruction, pollution, the damage to coral reefs and mangroves, and coastal development. In other local news now, we hear that the Pan American Development Foundation today launched the Eco Youth Ventures Teacher Training Program at the UWI Global Campus, marking the start of the program's curriculum implementation in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The 4-day training program has brought together 30 teachers from 11 secondary schools. Participants are receiving training to integrate STEM education, sustainability, artificial intelligence, and sustainable tourism into classroom teaching to help students develop solutions to real-world environmental challenges. Speaking at the opening ceremony, local Eco Youth Ventures coordinator Kimisha Bailey described the program as a major milestone for education in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. She said the regional initiative is led by the Pan American Development Foundation in partnership with STEM Americas with support from the government of Taiwan.
At its heart, Eco Youth Ventures seeks to inspire young people to think critically about the environmental and sustainability challenges facing their communities and to equip them with skills, confidence, and creativity to develop solutions. Through project-based learning, STEM education, innovation, entrepreneurship, and mentorship, students will move beyond simply learning about sustainability. They will become active participants in creating a more resilient and prosperous future for our country. One of the questions I'm often asked is, does this mean another subject for teachers to teach? And I'm sure that's what you guys are thinking this morning. The answer is no. Eco Youth Ventures is not about adding another subject to an already full curriculum. Instead, it provides a new way of teaching the curriculum that already exists.
Bailey said the curriculum complements several secondary school subjects while encouraging students to think across disciplines, work collaboratively, and solve real-world problems.
In many ways, it represents the type of education our students need. Not one where the knowledge remains confined to textbooks, but one where learning is active, meaningful, and connected to real life. Over the next 4 days, you will experience the process firsthand. We will explore the curriculum and how it can be integrated into your classrooms. We will discuss climate resilience, renewable energy, biodiversity, sustainable agriculture, waste management, and sustainable tourism, all through practical and engaging learning experiences. You will work together on a mock grand challenge, stepping into the shoes of your future students to experience the innovation process from start to finish. And finally, we will leave the classroom and participate in our tourism lab, where we will experience firsthand how sustainability, entrepreneurship, culture, and tourism intersect across our beautiful island.
Bailey expressed confidence that teachers will leave the training program prepared to deliver the new curriculum in their schools. Meanwhile, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Civil Aviation and Sustainable Development, Dr. Donna Joy Bascom, said teachers have always played a vital role in national development, but their contribution to sustainable development is especially important.
Your presence at this training program is no accident, and today represents a significant step forward in our shared vision of building a greener, more resilient and sustainable future for our nation. The Eco Youth Ventures program is not merely a training workshop. It is a deliberate strategic investment in our human capital and the long-term sustainability of tourism and environmental sectors. Every day, you as teachers find ways to pique curiosity, to encourage innovation, and to shape the values of young people. Through this program, you will gain practical knowledge and innovative tools in environmental education, climate resilience, green entrepreneurship, sustainable tourism practices, and eco-friendly teaching methodologies. These skills should then empower you to inspire the next generation of young Vincentians to create real solutions in areas such as sustainable tourism, solutions in biodiversity protection, solutions in renewable energy, and solutions in community-based environmental projects.
The local news will continue in a moment. Stay with us.
Welcome to SeaStar.
Welcome to the upgraded SeaStar Limited,
Where we offer to almost all your household items.
They've expanded their range to sofas, dining and patio sets, beds and mattresses, wardrobes, kitchen cabinets, office furniture. That's just a few from the luxurious collection. Not forgetting their signature quality windows, doors, rails, and bathroom enclosures. Journey on up to SeaStar, where their friendly sales clerk is happy to assist. SeaStar Limited, where quality meets style.
A funeral service should be one that you can be proud of, one that leaves lasting memories of your loved ones. And that's where you need the New Haven Funeral Home. We are proud of the quality and class we have brought to the industry. We are proud for having trained the very first certified embalmers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are proud of leading the way in terms of live streaming of funerals online so that your family members overseas could also be part of the celebration of life. We're constantly improving our services. We are driven by customer satisfaction, and we are proud of all that we do.
New Haven Funeral Home.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. Then came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices, then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnisville. Call 453-9000.
On Tuesday, July 14th, you can help realize your dreams with a lotto jackpot of $105,000. Your dream vacation, a university degree, that new ride, your new house can all suddenly be within your reach. What a little lotto can do. It's a lotto jackpot of $105,000. This Tuesday, July 14th, you have to be in it to win it.
Welcome back. In more local news now, we hear that the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force says it is aware of public concern surrounding the video circulating on social media that shows an interaction between a police officer and several young people. In a statement, the police high command said it has reviewed the information available and has taken what it described as appropriate internal action. The police force said officers are expected to act lawfully, professionally, and with restraint, even in difficult situations. It also reminded members of the public that they are expected to comply with lawful instructions and avoid obstructing officers while they carry out their duties. The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force said it remains accountable to the public and is committed to maintaining the standards expected of a professional police service. And the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force has launched a recruitment drive aimed at attracting qualified and dedicated individuals to join its ranks, emphasizing that the organization is seeking more than academic achievement. Speaking during the recruitment campaign, Station Sergeant Brenton Smith, who is the NCO in charge of the Human Resource and Planning Department, encouraged interested persons to consider a career in law enforcement. He said while educational qualifications are important, the police force also values practical skills, a good character, integrity, and the ability to serve the public effectively.
Well, I think while academic qualifications are important, the force is also looking for individuals who possess integrity, discipline, honesty, emotional maturity, and good and sound judgment. Those are some of the things in which we look for. The post also has to be, genuine desire to serve others, and because that's, if you're in the police force, you have to be able to serve, and that's why you're here. And the public look for great expectation and high level professionalism and service. So, beyond the academic, these are some of the qualities, but it also has to be a team player, because this organization is about team, and we move forward. We all time talk about the expert core, so it is really important that academic is only one aspect of joining the police force, but there are so many others that are critical to the development of the organization.
Corporal Shrika Jackson also outlined the recruitment process for prospective applicants. She explained the various stages candidates must successfully complete before being accepted into the police force, and encourage interested persons to ensure they meet the requirements and adequately prepare for each phase of the selection process.
Firstly, before you could submit your application, whatever qualifications you have, any academic qualifications you have, whether it's a skill certificate or your CXCs, your degree, you must have those certificates verified at the accreditation department. After that, you get your application, you have your relevant documents, your testimonials, your birth certificate, your NIS card, your photos, and you bring them into the department. Submit your application. If you have your skills, as I said, they would be an asset. Then there's the vetting process. Following the vetting, then we do medicals, we do physicals. And not because I stated qualifications means you have to have academic qualifications to become a member of the organization, because if you don't, there are things in place, they have exams in place to test your knowledge to ensure that you still could fit the bill, basically. And once you've gone through those processes and you're selected, because then we do drug testing, we check your references, as I said, physical fitness, then there's interviews. And as long as you pass all the stages, then you're into training. And at training, there's a wide variety of subject areas that they're taught before you can become a full-fledged police officer. Because when you're in training, you're a recruit constable, you're not a police constable. And I don't think a lot of persons understand that there's a difference between being a recruit in training and being a police officer serving on the job.
The recruitment initiative forms part of the police force's ongoing efforts to strengthen its ranks with committed and capable individuals who possess the discipline, skills and dedication required to serve and protect the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That brings us to the end of our local news from the region. When we return, stay with us.
The Ever-Ready Funeral Home at French's is your friend in times of grief. With over 40 years' experience, they are prepared to take care of all your funeral arrangements: embalming, lowering device service, grave mattresses, carpeting, vaults, tombs and wreaths, arrangements for television obituaries. Cremation is available upon request. Ever-Ready Funeral Home offers the finest in caskets and coffins, local and imported. So, in your time of need, call Ever-Ready Funeral Home at any time. 456-1494. Ever-Ready Funeral Home, offering service above self.
Welcome back. In our news from the region now, we hear that the Monetary Council of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, the ECCB, has reaffirmed its commitment to maintaining the stability of the EC dollar. Meeting last week, finance ministers from the 8 Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, the ECCU, member countries deliberated on critical financial policy issues. The discussions focus on implementing strategic policies designed to boost regional competitiveness and accelerate economic resilience under the big push for shared prosperity and resilience framework. We hear more in this report.
The 113th Eastern Caribbean Central Bank ECCB Monetary Council meeting has emphasized its ongoing commitments to monetary stability, financial system resilience, and regional development. The council aims to propel its strategic initiatives through the Big Push. This initiative was reaffirmed as the central strategy of the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union ECCU for achieving shared prosperity and resilience, enhancing competitiveness, ensuring energy security, promoting financial inclusion, and improving governance across the region. This affirmation was conveyed during the presentation of the communique from the 113th meeting of the ECCB Monetary Council, which took place on Friday, July 10, 2026 in Dominica.
The Council further agreed that the ECCU must accelerate both the pace and scale of collective action to advance the Big Push. Recognizing the strategic importance of food and nutrition security to the Big Push, the Monetary Council approved an additional grant of 25 million EC dollars to support member governments' ongoing efforts in this strategic priority area. This builds on the EC 25 million grant approved in February of 2025 and underscores the Council's continued commitment to advancing the Big Push by enhancing food and nutrition security, reducing import dependence, and strengthening the resilience of Eastern Caribbean Currency Union.
Council members highlighted the significance of advancing policies that enhance the region's capacity to endure economic shocks while generating opportunities for sustainable growth. Additionally, the organization reaffirmed that effective policy and coordinated regional action are vital for mitigating external shocks across the ECCU. The presentation of the communique from the 113th meeting of the ECCB Monetary Council also coincided with the 50th anniversary of the EC dollar exchange rate, which has remained securely pegged at EC $2.70 to U.S.
That's all news from the region. The international news is coming up next. Stay with us.
Quality products, quality care, low prices, great customer service, all at QCare Pharmacy. QCare leads the way, providing all your pharmaceutical needs, a variety of personal care products, and so much more. Located on Halifax Street. Telephone number 451-2690. QCare Pharmacy, where the Q stands for quality.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
$230,000. That's the Super 6 jackpot for Tuesday, July 14th. It's $230,000.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
Fisheries, your family store. We sell everything you need for your kitchen and more. TVs, fridges, cookers. We make your life so easy. Just come in and see us. A wide range of furniture. Right here at Singer. Affordable beds and mattresses. Right here at Singer. Washing machines to make your laundry clean and fresh. Singer is a family store that gives you the best hire purchase deals. Right here at Singer. We'll outfit your home. Right here at Singer. The #1 family store. It's us with Singer.
Welcome back. On the international scene now, we hear that a Chinese tech firm has unveiled a new AI-driven robot, which it says is the first of its kind, designed to tackle loneliness. Developers say more than 13,000 orders have already been placed. The human-like companion robots are said to provide owners with unconditional love. We hear more in this report.
What if you could have a companion that would never leave, never age, and never die? Well, now you can. The only catch, it's a robot.
你好呀
Chinese company UB Tech has unveiled what it says is the world's first companion humanoid robot. It features soft, warm skin, human-like facial expressions, and the AI-driven ability to have and remember conversations. Unlike most humanoids, which are designed for work or help around the house, this robot has one purpose only: to ease the owner's loneliness.
No human relative or partner can accompany us through our entire lives. Only our ultra-bionic robots can share such an intimate bond, staying by our side from birth until death, and offering us unconditional love and trust.
They're customizable and can be built to resemble your favorite fictional character. They can even be made to look and sound like a loved one, using photos and voice recordings.
Only Nathan.
If that sounds familiar, it's because this concept has been explored for decades in science fiction.
I'm Rachel. You feel our work is not a benefit to the public.
The company behind these robots say they'll never be able to replace real human relationships. But that's exactly what they're designed to do: be a companion for the lonely, a stand-in for an otherwise absent person. And whether you think that's a good thing or a bad thing depends on your perspective. Psychologists warn against using technology to mimic human connection, saying it can do severe harm to people's mental health, especially those who are already vulnerable and isolated. But the firm says the business case is sound. They're targeting a market of 120 million single and 320 million elderly people in China. It doesn't come cheap. A tabletop version costs around $18,000. A 183 centimeter tall masculine model will set you back $145,000. In case you're wondering, this robot is designed to meet only emotional needs. And what do you get for your money? I tried talking to one.
What are your hobbies? Do you have any interests, any hobbies?
Seems there are a lot of issues to iron out before they're delivered in September. The company says this is only the beginning, that eventually every household will have a companion robot.
That's the news. Sports is just ahead, but before that, let's take a look at the local weather forecast.
The weather report sponsored by General Hardware.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
The present conditions: partly cloudy, breezy and hazy. Winds northeast at 24 kilometers per hour. Temperatures 27.9 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity is 74%. The barometric pressure is 1014.4 millibars. 24-hour rainfall trace. Today's maximum temperature is 29.8 degrees Celsius. Today's minimum temperature is 24.9 degrees Celsius. The synopsis: the Atlantic high pressure system is the dominant feature. The forecast: it is partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy with slight to moderate haze and isolated showers. The weather advisory: take the necessary precautions due to reduced visibility and poor air quality resulting from Saharan dust haze. Sea conditions: slight to moderate in open water with swells 1.0 meter to 1.8 meters. The marine advisory: small craft operators and seabathers should exercise caution for reduced visibility in Saharan dust haze. Sunrise at 5:45 a.m., sunset at 6:35 p.m.
The weather report was sponsored by General Hardware.
evening and welcome to the Evening Sports. I'm Truska Campbell. We heard that Jaden Lennox took the third best figures by a New Zealand spinner in the men's ODIs as they leveled a 5-match series with a 5-wicket victory with 104 balls remaining in the second match of a tricky surface, offering a turn at the Ghana National Stadium in Providence last night. West Indies lost all 10 wickets for 75 as they collapsed to 138, with Lennox taking 5 for 19. And while the chase wasn't always straightforward, Tom Latham, unbeaten on 37, guided New Zealand to an ultimately comfortable win. The final scores West Indies 138 off 36 overs. John Campbell 43, Amir Jangu 24, Jaden Lennox 5 for 19, Mitchell Stana 2 for 21, and Michael Bracewell 2 for 51. New Zealand 141 for 5 of 32.4 overs, with Tom Layton bagging 37, Darrell Mitchell 28, Will Young 28, Harry Pierre took 2 for 33, Azari Joseph 1 for 23, and Gudakesh Moti 1 for 33. The series will continue with one more match in Guyana on Thursday before the final 2 in Barbados. The first of those on Sunday has been changed to a day game. St. Vincent and the Grenadines enjoyed an outstanding start to the 2026 Junior Caribbean Squash Championships in Tortola. The British Virgin Islands, with 2 individual titles and a string of impressive performances that underlined the country's strength in regional squash. Leading the way was Jaden George, who captured a remarkable 6th Junior Caribbean Championship title. The Vincentian did not drop a single game throughout the tournament and sealed the boys' under-17 crown with an emphatic 11-8, 11-4, 11-6 victory over Jamaica's Ethan Miller in Sunday's final. Team SVG celebrated a second individual title as Zavin Garrick produced an equally impressive journey to claim the boys' under-11 title. Garrick defeated Trinidad and Tobago's Evan Guran 11-5, 11-1, 11-3 in the championship match after a series of composed victories throughout the tournament. Jadon Williams added another podium finish, earning a bronze medal in the boys' under-19 division after defeating Shiloh as de Grade of Guyana 4-11, 11-8, 11-9, 11-6 in the third place playoff. Aidan De Freitas and Savante Padmore also delivered strong performances to finish 5th in the boys under 17 and under 15 categories. The girls also delivered encouraging performances, with Ciara George, Kelly George, and Niara Skyjohn all competing strongly against the region's best. Ethan Webster likewise turned in a spirited performance throughout the championships. The championships, which runs from the 10th to the 17th of July, have attracted 1 and 15 junior athletes from 9 countries competing in individual doubles and team events. In cricket news here at home, in the National 50-over Premier Division Cricket Championship last weekend, the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force 2 defeated MSDA Juice Anthony Northern Stars by 7 wickets at the Cumberland playing field after it was reduced to 25 overs because of rain. The scores: Northern Stars 61 for 8 of 14.1 overs. The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force 2 62 for 2 of 6.1 overs. At the Park Hill playing field, in the match reduced to 45 overs because of rain, Flo Radcliffe beat Victors 1 by 111 runs. The scores: Flo Radcliffe 173 of 30.5 overs. Victors won 62 of 18.5 overs. In the first division at the London playing field, in a match reduced to 15 overs, Super Sixers beat A&A Electronics North Windward by 2 wickets. The scores: North Windward 122 or 15 overs and Super Sixers 124 for 8 of 22.3 overs. The competition is set to continue on the weekend with another round of matches. In some women's cricket action now, the West Indies captain Hayley Matthews is aiming to complete a series sweep when her side faces Ireland in the third and final women's one-day international cricket match at Bredy, Ireland on Wednesday. Matthews made history in the second ODI, becoming the first West Indies women's player to score consecutive centuries after smashing 100 of 94 balls. Her efforts, combined with an unbeaten century from Stephanie Taylor, helped to set up a series-clinching victory by 6 wickets at the same venue on Sunday. That's how we end sports this evening. I'm Triska Campbell. We'll be right back to wrap things up.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices, then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Welcome back. Now for a second look at the headlines. Kingsong Fisheries Complex renovation on track for September completion. OECS finance ministers reaffirm commitment to safeguard EC dollar stability. China unveils humanoid AI companion robots to ease loneliness. And in sports, Lennox stars with 5 wickets as New Zealand level ODI series against West Indies. Now for a recap of the weather forecast.
The forecast, it is partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy with slight to moderate haze and isolated showers.
On behalf of all of us here at SVG-TV, thanks for viewing. I am Rochelle Baptiste, inviting you to visit our Facebook page for a recap of the news and daily headlines. Also, check out SVG-TV News in 15 weekdays at 12:45 p.m. Again, thanks for viewing. Enjoy the rest of the evening.